let's close it up. Predictions. This is per group. Who make it into the playoffs? Who will be the eliminated teams? We're gonna do this very quickly. Of course, you can explain your predictions, but let's try to make this snappy. Let's start with Leo's predictions first. So we're gonna share all our complete predictions already.
Sige. Meron akong slight reputation for making predictions. So if this goes wrong,
Yep.
there goes that. But meron pa rin caveat kasi magaling ako mag-predict ng MPL Philippines season playoffs. Yon. That's my specialty. So if I'm wrong here, then so be it. But here's my try at it, okay? Group A, B, C, and D. Direct, palatag na po. Group A. This is the teams there. Group B, C, and D, right? Basically, it's set up this way, okay? Falcon and see you soon. I do not sleep in Orange. Those are my predictions to not make the playoffs. And yes, I understand the Group D is a heartbreak because Orange does have the home court advantage. Pero iba kasi Evo's SG ngayon eh. Feeling ko because of the SEA Games. That was a majority Evo's SG lineup. And Impunity KH, I definitely respect what they're bringing to the table. The revenge of OP na hashtag pangit kabanding from MSC 2021. And then, yeah, dude, it's just so hard to be... Ganito, I'm a little iffy about Group B. I am scared about Group B. Baka dyan ako magkamali talaga because RSGSG, no Lolzy. That's where I am. So those are my predictions. I don't know, man. I'm not as confident. Yun na lang, let me just say. At best, maybe 70% confident.
All right. I like how you included that caveat of you get the predictions right for MPLPH playoffs. And this is
100% so far.
So, 100% prediction so far. The MPLPH playoffs since S8, if I'm not mistaken, right? Since season 8. Yeah. All right. Next one, Naisu. Your predictions.
Okay. For mine, just go ahead and throw them all out there. I want to say the same thing. Like, predictions are hard with this because you only have so much. You have a limited knowledge about all the teams, right? So here we go. Group A. Similar things, Todak and Onyx. I feel like I want to see, Falcon. I love underdogs. Let's just put it out that way. I love underdogs, but Falcon not going to make it here. It's just, Onyx and Todak. Who knows what's going to happen though, right? Group B, I want to see both. Like I said, RSG is going to advance. I think both RSG teams will advance here going into the playoffs. Call me biased on RSG, but just objectively, I feel like they're the stronger teams here in this bracket. Group C, RQ Hoshi, like we talked about, they're out for revenge, and I think it starts here, right? Taking down IDNS, and IDNS will be the one to fall out in my prediction here. But again, if they somehow win in advance, whether they take down RQ, whether they take down Omega, it's going to be a huge upset because either way, it's a king. They're either taking out RQ Hoshi, literally kings, or the previous Kings of the Sea, Smart Omega. That's going to be huge, right? That would be that would be news all over the place alone after group stages. Group D, this for me was honestly hard, but I put Impunity and Orange Esports are going to go again, advance. The reason why is I have watched and casted games of Impunity. I think they have the biggest chance actually for me to advance here. Then it's a hard tie for me 50-50 with Orange Esports and Evo Singapore. Now I get, what we've talked about throughout this whole show about Evo Singapore, but I think again, surprises will, not that they can, but surprises will happen during MSC 2022 and people will be kind of shooked, if you will. So there you go. Those are my predictions. Shooketh.
Iiyak ako legit. Baka 3 araw. Malaglag Omega. Iiyak ako 3 araw.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, if anyone from the PH goes down, we're going to be crying for a
Yeah.
few days.
For sure.
But all right, for the first two predictions, we're already seeing variations, but it's mostly a Group D variation. Let's check out Burger Kim's predixies, see how her predictions are going to go, and what the variations may be. So, Burger Kim, what's yours?
Yeah, let's put it up, Derek. Let's put up those teams. I think for Group A, pretty much the same. I think the only variation that I have would be for Group D. But yeah, Group A, Todak and Onyx. Like what Naisu mentioned, I also love underdog teams. I love teams that bring out something different. But for Falcon Esports, I feel like they have to pull out more before they can actually, take down the giants, Todak and Onyx Esports of Indonesia. And as for Group B, I feel like I don't want to call them the dark horse, but I feel like they might have a fighting chance. See You Soon is a team that has come a long way. I think even like from watching their MPLs, from being the champions, I feel like they still have a lot to prove. They have a lot to bring out as well. So I feel like, I mean, I would love to see them go far, but RSG and RSG Philippines and RSG SG, well, they will be moving forward in MSC. And for Group C, this is the group of death? The group of death, as I would call it. I mean, you're going up against two kings. RRQ host, the defending champs of M. And for ADNS, as much as I love this team so much, this team loves me as well. I mean, shout out to them on Facebook, on Instagram. It's such an honor to cast for your games. One of my biggest break was actually casting for the tournaments of IDNS. So
Aw.
it would be nice to actually see them go far. Just like me. I mean, I want to go far in my esports career. Just like IDNS. I feel like they could pull something off, something new for MSC. But again, that would have to be like something massive, right? So I still have to go with RRQ and Omega Esports for this one. And for Group D, I am going with EVOS Singapore and Impunity KH to move forward.
Oh.
Well, Impunity KH, it's sorry. It's Impunity KH and EVOS Singapore direct.
Okay.
Oh.
The miscom.
So, bale,
I thought you were gonna kick Impunity. Oh.
no, I wasn't gonna kick Impunity. I mean, I saw the rest of you guys. Like you actually picked like Orange Esports over Impunity KH. I have to beg to differ. I love Impunity KH. I've seen their games. They're
Okay.
absolutely crazy. They're great. They're great. They're a great team, and I feel like this MSC is another proving grounds for them. I mean, they've gone like they've played so many tournaments, so this is another one to put under their belt. They've won like those local tournaments, but this one, I feel like if they win this one, it's gonna be big. So it's EVO Singapore and Impunity KH for me. So nagkamali lang si Direk dyan.
Okay. Close. That was scary.
I didn't see your answers. Okay, I only saw them after I voted.
All right. So there, the predictions. Despite a little hiccup there at the end, it is Impunity and Orange. Birkin, for your Group D, if I'm not mistaken, yeah? It's Impunity and Orange.
For my
and
Group
so
D,
Evo's gonna be
it's
the one sitting.
Impunity and EVO Singapore. Then I'm taking out Orange
Impunity.
Esports. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yeah,
Impunity and
Impunity and
Evo's
EVOS,
SG.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny how I think I'm gonna end up becoming public enemy number 1 in Cambodia, or maybe at least Venkong enemy number 1. And it's funny because I think I'm the only one here who's actually been to Cambodia. So, Venkong, if you're based in Phnom Penh, if a Cambodian team makes it to the second round of MSC, the next time I go to Phnom Penh, I'll meet you at Blue Dog Bar and Restaurant. All right, so group, let's drop down our predictions. Very similar to everyone except for my Group D.
Oh, Renbar. Oh.
And let me explain. So, for me, it was between Orange and Impunity for who I'm gonna drop in my predictions. But to me, my X factor between the two is and Leo mentioned it, the phrase earlier, it's home court. Um, if this wasn't if this wasn't in Malaysia and it was somewhere else, probably I will pick impunity over Orange. However, since it is home court in Malaysia, I think Orange is gonna feel that, that that Malaysian ball pride, bro. Like, can't be embarrassed in home court. We at home, we at least gotta make it past the group stage, which is why I eventually predicted Orange and Evos to push through. And why not impunity over Evos? Well, for me, I was just so impressed with Evos' SEA Games performance that I like how they're looking going into MSC 2022. My biggest what if here is same as Leo, though, for Group B. I could easily swap See You Soon and RSG SG because of the LOLZ factor. Again, the LOLZ factor is such a big deal for RCSG. If it won't be a factor in MSC, then congrats RSG that they were able to work around that. But if clearly we see that they struggle because they don't have LOLZ, it is what it is.
Yeah, the story there is See You Soon kasi they had mad nerves no M3. Kaya ganun yung performance nila. But remember the hype behind See You Soon, right? Going into M3.
Yeah.
So now they just have to get over that. For RSGSG, if they do perform without LOLZ, ibig sabihin nun, sobrang lupit ni Miku Miku Mi. That's it. Miku Miku Mi is a savior. He's a messiah. If that's what happens. So